Spark, Azure ML. Our entire course is going to be revolving around these things, guys, okay? It's going to be dominated by Python. Python is the main player in the entire course, guys, okay? And we'll talk more about that in the coming up slides. So for today, before I get started, let's come here. Okay, could one of you go ahead and let's say come on the air? Is anybody able to come on the air? I will unmute you. You can just give me a quick introduction about yourself. Could you just type in yes if you can speak on the phone? Just a friendly introduction. Any one of you? Okay, great. Thank you. So let's see, Pranav and Preeti, let me try, see who comes first here. They're all not sorted. Manikanta, Navya, Preeti, there you go. Let's see, let's unmute Preeti. Preeti, I have unmuted you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead, Preeti.
Hi guys, good morning. This is Preeti here, and I have been working in IT since past almost all 10 to 12 years, and I have mainly been working on Oracle technologies and mobile development, and I'm looking forward to learn become a data scientist from this course from Navin sir, and yeah, this is my first session. I've no connections to data science so far, so
Cool.
this is
Good,
very
Preeti. Thank you. Short and sweet there. So let's see. Thank you, Preeti. Let's go ahead and let's see if I can. Pranav, I'm going to unmute you. See if you're able to come online, Pranav. Just give a brief introduction about yourself also.
Hello, can I audible to everyone?
Yeah, go ahead, Pranav.
Yeah. So very good morning. So my name is Pranav. Presently, I am pursuing my master's in USA, that is University of Memphis in Tennessee State. Have been worked for 2 years in ADP Private Limited as an associate function consultant.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came to pursue my master's in data science. So my aim is to become a data scientist and in a very reputed company in USA.
Very good. So you're already enrolled in masters in data science, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll be teaching you the gist of probably what you'll be learning, and I'll be presenting you some real world scenarios, some good perspectives, and things like that. So they will come of help and use to you, Pranav. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, guys. So that's a friendly introduction of a couple of them. On a daily basis, we'll have a couple of them introduce so that we have an idea about our friends and others. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. The curriculum I will be sharing at the end of the today, at the end of the session. The person point of contact is Nag Babu. I'll be sharing his information. He will be forwarding the email and all the related content to you at the end, guys. Okay, so just bear with me. Some minor changes have been happening, so that is what it's taking time for them to send it. So just bear with me, guys. So let's get started. We'll on a daily basis, what we'll do is the first few minutes we'll focus on a little bit of theory of data science and statistics. Then I'll slowly take you into the world of Python and R and SPSS as we go along, guys. Okay. So let's get started for today. Here is Julie, and she's a protagonist. Protagonist means the main character. Here's what is happening with Julie. Julie is an electrical engineer. She graduated with top grades. In other words, she graduated with good grades. She got a campus offer from Xtelligence Consulting, a leading provider of analytics consulting and services. So she's graduating from electrical engineering and getting selected into analytics are a couple of points to know. Julie is excited about joining Extelligence and starts her career in the exciting field of analytics, guys. Obviously, she's a fresher and she is getting into the world of analytics, the latest and the greatest, the buzzword and things like that. She's happy and she's excited. That's what is the story of Julie, guys. Okay. Start of the day, which is the first day. Julie starts her day at Extelligence office. She takes the office tour and gets introduced to the team. Each team member describes what they do and welcome her to the team. In other words, on the first day, she's getting introduced to everybody, and everybody is telling, hey, imagine Julie is coming from electrical engineering, so it is something totally different from analytics. And it's something like, imagine analytics is cricket and electrical engineering is swimming. You're coming into the world of cricket from swimming. So on the first day, we're introducing all the players, and each player is telling, hey, here is what I do. I'm a batsman. There is Sachin. He says, I'm a batsman. There is Dhoni. He says, I'm a wicket keeper. Then Virat says, I'm a batsman again. And some people are getting introduced as bowlers and things like that. What is happening? Well, guess what happened? There are many new terms that Julie has never heard of. She's coming across these terms. What are these terms? Data analysis, analytics, data warehouse, machine learning, business analytics, data mining, deep learning, and many other terms, guys. Okay. So she's telling herself the only thing bright about the day is the color of my dress. What it means is when everybody is talking about what they say, because she's coming from a totally different background. In swimming, you have something like a, what is that, breaststroke. You have a freestyle swimming. You have something like a butterfly swimming and things like that. She never heard about the terms called bad ball, wicket, and things like that. So she's getting confused. At the end of the day, when the only thing which is not confusing her is the color of her dress, because she joined a new job. Maybe it is possible she purchased a new dress, and at the end of the day, when she just looks down and she looks at her dress, that doesn't confuse. In other words, there was a lot of confusion. Why? Because she's coming from totally different field. Many of you guys are probably coming from different fields, guys. Okay. And remember, to play cricket, you don't have to be an athlete. Sachin Tendulkar is not a 100 meter or 200-meter expert. Who's the world's fastest guy, guys? He retired in the recent Olympics. Do any of you remember his name? The guy from Africa. Do any of you remember his name? The world's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is NBA buddy. No, Bolt. Yeah, there you go. So you don't have to be a Bolt to be Hussein Bolt. You don't have to be a Bolt to be Sachin Tendulkar is what is the meaning of it. So what is athletics? Athletics is programming. You don't have to be a programmer to be data scientist, guys. Okay, what will you do? Well, you do running in cricket also, but it is not athletics running. There, it's different. You're super fast and things like that. Here also, in the world of data science, what do? We will run, which means we will do the programming. That is what we will be learning. We'll learn from the basics, guys. Okay. So what is special about Julie? Julie needs help. The first thing, because she's coming from swimming into cricket, is the first thing she needs to understand is what is bat and ball. Once she understands what is bat and ball, then we can talk to her about what is batting, what is bowling, and things like that, guys. In other words, the first thing that she needs to understand is the basic terms and terminology, guys. Okay, that is a slightly friendly example. Here is a slightly technical example, guys. Okay, so busting the jargon, Vanity Cosmetics is a beauty care and a personal care product company. In other words, they are into beauty care products, your hair sprays, lotions, creams, and things like that, guys. Okay. Currently, their operations and market is primarily in Canada, which means they're a Canadian-based company. But they would like to expand to other markets. Maybe they want to expand to US, China, India, and things like that. The board of directors meet with the leadership team of Vanity Cosmetics. So, in other words, the main directors, maybe the management, are all meeting together to discuss the expansion. So they want to discuss how to expand to other countries of the world. One of the key areas that emerge as focus area is analytics. So as they are discussing, they are thinking, they are thinking analytically, and probably they are thinking, hey, what if we expand to US and what if we are not successful? What if we spend a lot of money in India and China, and what if we are not successful? Okay, what will happen? Well, they'll lose a lot of money, lot of time, lot of effort, and it is not easy to get back the money or any of these things, guys. Okay, so maybe one of them is suggesting, okay, why not we analyze our data and see if we are going to be successful. If our data is indicating that we have a chance of being successful, then why not we get into it? But how do you analyze the data? That is the world of analytics. So what is emerging? The world of analytics is emerging. The board asked the leadership team to put together an analytics and a data strategy for the organization, which means the top level guys are saying, okay, why not we put together an analytics team? And what do? We will successfully transition to the next level based on their analysis, is what their point is, guys. Okay. So, what jargon does the vanity team need to understand and familiarize? In other words, Julie was coming from electrical background into the world of analytics, whereas the vanity cosmetics guys are coming into the world of analytics now. They're entering into the world of analytics from a beauty care background. So, what is the analytics roadmap? So, what are the steps? Well, they are exactly in the same stage of Julie. Julie is coming from swimming into cricket, and these guys are probably coming from badminton into cricket. What will happen? Well, they will exactly face the same thing as Julie faced. They will not know what is a bat and a ball. They will not know what is batsman or bowlers. What do they do? First thing is understand the basic terms and terminologies, guys. Okay, everybody with me so far, guys? Can you give me a quick yes? Can you just type in a quick one if I'm making sense so far? Cool, great, and okay. Sorry about that. So the first thing we need to understand is what is data science. So imagine you're getting into the world of cricket. The first thing you need to understand is what is cricket. Data science is like cricket, guys. Okay, one line answer is it is the skill of extracting knowledge from data. Today, everybody has data, but only some people have the skill to find knowledge in the data. Okay, what is that? That's what we'll try to understand. That's a one line answer. What do you use the knowledge? Well, we use the knowledge to predict. Okay, why do you want to predict? We want to predict so that we can improve business. Sometimes we want to predict just for fun. Imagine there is a cricket match tomorrow. Let's say Harish. Harish is a big fan of cricket. And let's take a tough team, Australia. Okay. And there's a game, and what Harish would like to do is he just wants to make a prediction. Will India win or not? As simple as that. But imagine Ritu. Ritu is into the world of stocks. She's investing heavily. What would she like to do? Well, she would like to invest in stocks, and she would like to invest in those stocks which are going high. Why? If you invest them, then your value, your money will increase, guys. So, in other words, the first thing is you try to understand which stocks are going high. That is the knowledge. And what do? You're predicting it. When you make a prediction, you get the knowledge. What do? You try to then make an investment. What are you doing? You're doing business. What is happening? You're improving. You're increasing the business. You're increasing the value of it. So that is one way of looking at one definition of data science. Here is another definition, guys. Data science is the science of deriving useful insights from data. It is like saying, hey, you're getting insights. Insight is knowledge. It is same as what the previous slide said. It's just another way. We are referring the same thing, guys. The goal is to create meaning from data and create data products. Imagine you're a Java or .NET programmer. On the first day of your job, what they'll give you is they'll probably give you a 20 or a 30 or maybe 50-page requirements document, and they'll say, hey, build an application. But in the world of data science, they will not give you like that. They will just give you, they will come and they will challenge you. Okay, you're saying you'll find the knowledge in the data. Let's see if you can find it. And they'll give you maybe a 1 MB or a 10 MB or a 1 GB file of data. And they'll say, build a product. Show me what you can. They'll challenge you. What are we doing? We're not looking at a 50-page document and building a product. We're looking at the data and we try to convert it into a product. That is why it is called the data product. Okay, guys. So that is another definition of data science. Now, here is a more formal definition of data science. We don't need to by heart it or anything, but it is more from a discipline, guys. Okay. It is a multidisciplinary field. Imagine back to Harish. Harish is a sportsman. What is special about him is he is into multiple sports. He can play badminton, he can play cricket, he can play, let's say, tennis. Okay, he's multidisciplined. He combines the skills, or in other words, the field combines the skills in software engineering and statistics with domain experience. Think of software engineering like cricket, statistics as the badminton, domain experience is like the football. Okay, so what is special about Harish is he plays cricket, he plays badminton, he plays football. He supports end-to-end analysis. So in other words, it supports end-to-end analysis. Means, imagine back to Navin. We have somebody called Navin Kumar. Imagine he is also into cricket, but he comes in and says, hey, you know what? I can either do batting or bowling, but I cannot do anything else. I can't do wicket keeping, I cannot do fielding. I cannot help you build the pitch. What is it? He's not end to end. Back to Harish, he's end to end. What is special about him is he will do batting, bowling, wicket keeping, fielding, and even if the stadium or the pitch is not ready, he can build. He's end to end, is what it is. So who's Naveen? Naveen Kumar is like a statistician. Statisticians don't do end to end analysis. They will only do the part of statistical analysis. It is just one part. It's like just doing batting or bowling. Whereas the data science is something where we do end to end. We do everything from data acquisition, data preparation, data modeling, data visualization, and everything, guys. Okay, that is called end to end analysis of large and diverse data. As long as your data fits on a single computer, what can we do? Well, statisticians can work with that data. But imagine if you have data, pardon me, which sits on 10 computers or 100 or 1000 or 10,000 computers, what do? You cannot work. What do? That is what data scientists can do. Data scientists have an idea how to work with big data. So they work with large and diverse data sets, ultimately uncovering value. What is value? Value is the knowledge. You're trying to understand, predict which stocks are going up, which stocks are going down. That is knowledge, that is value for an organization. Okay, and then communicate it to stakeholders. How do we communicate? We communicate in the form of visualizations, some rich and beautiful visualizations. That's what makes the job sexy. It is called the sexiest job of the 21st century. Why? We communicate, we talk to others in the form of rich and beautiful visualizations. Now, what do the clients do? The clients will look at these visualizations and they help them in taking an action. Are we going to invest it? Is a prediction showing that the stocks are going up or are they going down? They will try to invest in the stocks, guys. In other words, they are taking action from our knowledge. So, more precisely, putting it in a simple way, what is special about Harish is he is into cricket, but he's not a Sachin Tendulkar of cricket. He's into badminton, he's not a Sindhu of badminton. He's into football, but he's not a Messi. So Harish is a guy who knows how to play with a bat and a ball. He knows how to play with a racket and a shuttle. He knows how to play a football. He is not a Messi, he's not a Sindhu, he's not a Sachin Tendulkar, which means you don't have to be an expert in software engineering. We will use the principles of software engineering. We will use the principles of programming, but we don't have to be an expert in programming. We will use the principles of statistics, but you don't have to be a PhD in statistics. You don't have to completely read the book of cricket to play cricket. You can play cricket and learn cricket. What does that mean? You don't have to be an expert in domain. You learn data science, you learn domain, and then you become an expert in domain. That is how it works, guys. Okay. So this is a formal definition. The main mantra indicating, which it is indicating, is it is multidiscipline. And the second mantra is remember, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a Sachin Tendulkar of cricket to play cricket, is what it means, guys. Okay. So that is a slightly formal definition. Another friendly look, guys. Okay, I may have briefly touched this or explained this earlier. There is a puzzle, and we are giving a puzzle to somebody. We'll tell them, hey, put the puzzle together. As they're putting the puzzle together, they're able to visualize it, they're able to analyze it. By the time they complete the puzzle, they see a picture. Maybe that is a father and a child meeting at a beach on a warm and a cloudy day. Maybe they're on a picnic. What is that? This is called telling a story from a puzzle. What is the puzzle? Puzzle is the data. What do? We tell a story from the data. What is that? That is data science. Everybody with me, guys. Can you give me a quick yes, please? Cool. You can just type in a Y. Cool. Great. Thank you, guys. So So let's say that is another friendly look at it. Now, here is one more time. I may have covered this earlier in the demo and things like that, but for the sake of discipline, imagine a bank. What is happening? In a bank, one day, there are male and female, every bank has male and female customers. But on one fine day, okay, we can also go one step deeper. Imagine all the orange colors are the guys with, let's say, home loans. All the pinks are the ones with the car loans. All the violet or the purple are the ones with, let's say, personal loans. The greens are maybe married. And if there's any other color, they are unmarried and things like that, guys. Every color is telling you a different group of customers in a bank. But what happened? On one fine day, a group of customers, let's say they were in HDFC Bank, they're closing their accounts and they're moving on to Axis Bank. What will happen to HDFC Bank? Naturally, they will get concerned. They will say, hey, why are we losing the customers? Is what they will think, and they will get concerned, guys. Okay. So maybe yesterday or today they lost some customers. What will they do now? Today, they want to target. They don't want to lose any of the customers tomorrow. What do we do? Well, imagine they're taking their data. And what are they doing? They're doing analytics. They're analyzing the data. They're performing advanced analytics using machine learning and deep learning, guys. Okay. What is happening? Take a look at all the pinks. Let's say, come here, bring this up. Here we go. So take a look at all the pinks. What is happening is they were originally, let's say, choose this 1, 2, and 3. There were 3 female customers. So all the 3 pinks are female customers. Imagine, for the sake of simplicity, they're all married customers. So what is special about them? They were originally 3 females and all the 3 out of 3 have left. So what is 3 by 3? Well, 3 by 3 is 1. So what does that mean? Among the existing customers, if there are any other customers who are female and they are married, what does that mean? That means there is a 100% chance. What is 1? 1 is 100%, 100% is 1. Why? 3 out of 3 have left HDFC and joined the Axis Bank. So we can translate that and say, if a customer is a female and she is married, there's a 100% chance or probability she will leave our bank, is what we can translate it into. To understand that, let's go one step further and take a look at this. Now, if you look at this, originally there was this one violet male, another violet male, another violet male. Imagine, for the sake of simplicity, these are all the males, customers who are male, and let's say they are unmarried. What is happening? It looks like we can translate this and say 2 out of 3 customers who are male and unmarried are leaving the bank. So what does that mean? Well, if you go back and look in your data, what do you do? If you find all the customers who are male and they are unmarried, what does that mean? There is a 2/3 chance they will leave your bank. What is 2/3? 2/3 is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is 0.66. 0.66 is 66%. We can now translate and say, if a customer is a male and he's unmarried, there is a 66% chance or a probability that he will leave our bank, is what we can translate it into, guys. Okay. To understand that, let's go one step further. Take a look at this one. Here we go. So take a look at all the green women. Imagine, for the sake of simplicity, all the customers who are green are, and these happen to be female. They are female, and let's say they are unmarried. What is happening? Well, there was originally 1 here. There's 2. There is 3. There were originally 3 of them, but it looks like 1 out of 3 are leaving HDFC and joining Axis Bank, guys. Okay. What is 1 out of 3? 1 out of 3 is 0.33, can be translated to 33%. That means, in our existing data, if there are a group of customers and if any of them are female and they are unmarried, there is a 33% chance or a probability that they will leave our bank, is what we can translate it into. Along the lines, if you go one step ahead, these are a combination of colors and genders where maybe the probability is less than 30%. These are a group of colors and genders where the probability is 0. In other words, all the customers who are orange and all the customers who are female and blues, let's say these are the customers. The blue females are the customers who are, let's say, the customers with car loan. The orange colored customers are, let's say, the customers with, let's say, home loan. These are the customers. What's happening? They are loyal customers. There is 0 probability. They are not going to leave your bank. What is it? That is called loyal customers, guys. Okay. What is this? This is called finding hidden patterns. Imagine you have a group of customers. We can look at a person's name and say who's male or female. Anybody can say who's male or female, but very few people can find a group of customers who are going to leave your company tomorrow and their probability and things like that, guys. What is that? That is called hidden patterns. Being able to say whether somebody is male or female is a simple pattern. This is a complex pattern. This is hidden. It is not easy. What do we do? That's what we analyze. What is that? That is data science. What is that? That is what companies need from you. Everybody with me so far, guys? Can you give me a quick yes, please? Cool. So what is that? Imagine, here is another friendly look at it. Imagine you have a lot of land. On the land, there's a lot of sand and soil. Anybody can find the sand and soil. What is special? Well, very few people can find the gold. You go to a bank or you go to a telecom company or you go to any other company and tell them, hey, I can find who's male or female in your company. What will they do? Well, they will not, there's nothing special. But imagine you tell them, hey, I can help you identify who are the customers who are going to leave tomorrow. Okay, what is that? That is, pardon me, that is very, very valuable to them. Maybe it might sound simple to you when I show you in this example, but that kind of things is what is gold. Why? If a company or a bank or a telecom company or any other company is able to predict or understand a group of customers who are going to leave them tomorrow, what will they do? They will target them. They can target them and they will call them and say, hey, we have some special offers running. You have been selected for a special offer. Would you be interested in things like that? So imagine Harish is about to leave HDFC Bank and join Axis Bank. And Harish got a call with special offers and things like that. There is a chance that Harish might rethink. Okay, looks like HDFC called me with some good offers. Should I really leave? Is what he might think. Okay, what is that? Again, that might sound something simple to you, but for a company, that is very, very valuable, guys. Okay, so that is what is called finding the gold in the land. What is that? That is data science. What is gold? Gold is knowledge. The friendly mantra of data science is find the gold in the land. The technical mantra of data science is find the knowledge in the data. What is data? Data is land and gold is knowledge. Okay, guys. So that is a quick introduction of what is data science. On a daily basis, I will devote a little bit of time on the theory of it. And in the coming up days, in a day or two, I will also start statistics and I will start introducing those concepts also, guys. But today, I want to go back here and I want to give you a quick touch of Python. Python is going to be the main player in our course. So let's say, let me give you a quick touch of Python, guys. See what we have back here. Cool. Okay, so Python is a very high-level dynamic object-oriented programming language, guys. Okay, what do we mean by very high level? Means Python has lots of packages, lots of libraries, functions available. We don't have to write a lot of code. What is that? That is called high level. You take C++, Java, and .NET, you will write lots of code, lot more than Python when compared, guys. Okay, so that is why Python is called high level, and it is dynamic. In Java and .NET, what happens is when you write a program, you have to always tell, we create objects. What is an object? We will understand that, guys. Okay, and Python is not a, yeah, Python is a prerequisite, but that is what I will be teaching also, Navin. You don't have to learn that and come here. I'll be starting from basics. So starting from basics only, buddy. The first 1 month I'll be focusing heavily on Python. Then we'll move on to the world of machine learning and deep learning, guys. So it is dynamic means in the world of Java and .NET, you have to, every time we create an object, we have to tell what is the data type. Whereas in the world of Python, you don't have to tell whether it is an integer, a string, or things like that, guys. Okay, it is object oriented. In other words, it is everything is an object in Python behind the scenes. And what is an object? That's what we'll try to understand. Cool. Yes, I'll be covering our Ramya, but remember, Python is going to be the batting. R is going to be the bowling, Ramya. Batting is going to be more important. Of course, batting, or to be more precise, batting and bowling are the most important things in the world of data science and AI, in the world of cricket. In the world of data science and AI, machine learning and deep learning is going to be the batting and bowling. Okay. And what is that? That is, I'm going to be covering that in Python. Cool. Okay. So now imagine you're a non-programmer. You're like a bird who's trying to drink the water. What will you do? Well, you're throwing the pebbles into the jar and the water rises and you will drink it. Okay, not bad. Some good work, hard work, and things like that. If you're a programmer, you're using a straw. But if you're a Python programmer, you're sitting and drinking the water, is what is happening, guys. In other words, what it means is when we use Python, the analytics becomes much more simple and easy compared to others. It is not that it is complex. It is not that cricket is not complex. Cricket is also complex, guys. Okay. If we practice, that will become simple and easy. The same is here. The complexity is much more lesser compared to others. If you're a programmer, means you're a Java or a .NET programmer, you're drinking the water like that. If you're a Python programmer, you're analyzing the data like you're sitting and having a straw in your hand. So that is a slightly friendly touch of Python, guys. All right. So let's go to the next slide. Python is easy to program and read. Python is also programming. Most of the times people are very scared of programming, guys. Okay. Everybody wants to play cricket, but they don't want to run. Well, if you don't run, you don't get runs. Yeah, of course, you can hit the fours and sixes. Fours and sixes are the machine learning and the deep learning. But you also need to take the singles because machine learning and deep learning will come towards the end. In other words, what is running is programming, guys. Okay. But what is special about it is much more simpler and easier compared to the Javas and the .NETs. In a day or two, maybe a few days, you will be realizing what it means, guys. I will actually run a few examples and things like that. It is similar to Perl. Perl, in the world of scripting languages, is like the big brother of all the scripting languages. So, but with powerful typing and object oriented, if you think Perl is powerful, Python is super powerful. If you think Perl is the big brother, Python is like the godfather. There is a difference between the big brother and the godfather, guys. So, okay, why? Python has a lot more packages than what Perl has. Everything you can do in Perl, you can do in Python. And it has much more powerful packages and things like that available in the world of artificial intelligence, guys. So what do we do with Python? We can build HTML websites. We'll look at Flask and Streamlit towards end. I'll show you how to build the websites from a data science perspective. We'll not cover Django. Django is mostly the UI part of it, guys. Okay, that's a slightly different line of field. That's more of a programming field, guys. Whereas data science is a more romantic and a more valuable field is what it is. And it has a lot of built-in data types. These built-in data types are like the wickets, the bats, and ball. The bat, ball, and wickets are the data types of cricket. Without these things, you cannot play cricket, guys. So just like that, it has some data structures, which are lists, dictionaries, and things like that. That also we'll be talking about. Its syntax is much more clean compared to Java and .NET. You can write some very convoluted code in Java and .NET and things like that, guys. Okay, but Python will force you. If you try to write convoluted code, it will right away give you an error. It will force and immediately show an indication of error, guys. Okay. When it comes to text processing, it is the Shah Rukh Khan. When it comes to the world of analytics and AI and natural language processing, computer vision, it is the Shah Rukh Khan. What does that mean? Well, it is the Badshah. 80 to 90% of the world uses Python when it comes to these tools, guys. Okay. So going a little bit more deep, Python focuses on the readability, coherence, and software quality, and it sets it apart from other languages of the scripting world. It is much more simpler, it is much more easier, it is much more readable compared to the Javas and .NETs. That's what sets it apart. That's why it is picking up. Java is like the king. .NET is like the king, queen in the world of programming, as nobody can touch them. But in spite of that, there's a new kid in the block who's picking up. Who's that? That's Python. Okay. Why is it picking up? Because it's much more simpler, is what it is. Then it is Python code is typically 1/3 to 1/5 of the size of equivalent C++, Java, or .NET. which means we write less code. Less code is less complexity. It is much lesser complex than the Javas and the .NETs, guys. So our productivity will be more. It can run on Windows, Linux, and Mac. It is platform independent. We don't have to write again separate code. Course content, yes, buddy. At the end, yeah, we'll share that at the end, buddy. You'll get an email and things like that. And that is the portability. Then comes the libraries. Python has a very, very rich set of library, guys. Okay, the one which come built in with Python are called the standard library. And on top of it, there are some very, very sophisticated libraries and packages, which if you go into the world of Java's, .NET, SAS, SPSS, and things like that, they're commercial. You pay a lot of money. And what's happening? Today, companies want to reduce the amount of money they're spending. So what are they looking? Python is their obvious choice. In other words, that is their best choice. Okay. And next one is component integration. It is much more easier to call and run Python from any other programming languages than call in any other, than work with other programming languages. So the integration is much more simpler, guys. Okay. And enjoyment, because of Python's ease of use and built-in toolset, it makes the programming pleasurable. In other words, imagine you're a Java or .NET programmer. You'll wake up and think, okay, when am I going to get out of this Java or .NET is what you'll think. But if you're a Python programmer, you'll never think like that. Why? It is much more simple. It is much more easy. It is easier to read, and it becomes more pleasurable. Generally, people who are used to Python programming will not leave Python, whereas the Javas and .NETs or maybe the Androids and guys like that, they're always looking for others and things like that, guys. Okay. Let's see. Is Python scripting language, programming language? Yeah, it's scripting. It is programming. It is object oriented. In other words, it's a hammer. It's a screwdriver. It's a wrench. It's also a nail cutter, buddy. Ramya, sorry. So that's probably what my next slide. Okay. That's a quick touch of Python. Can any student join? Yes, Shantaram. That is true. This is, people are coming from non-technical backgrounds, and that is what is special about data science, guys. Okay. So that is why it is the most valuable job. Today, Harvard University is rephrasing. They used to say it was the sexiest job of the 21st century. Today, they are rephrasing and saying it is the most valuable job. You don't need to have a big statistics background, or you don't need to be an expert in programming or statistics. And that's what we'll be learning here. If you have mathematics, you're already have an advantage, because you might be familiar with a little bit of mathematics and things like that. It will be more easy. But if you don't have it, you don't have to worry. So gentlemen, ladies, that is a quick touch of Python. Allow me to introduce you to what is called the Jupyter Notebook. What is this? Where you'll download? Tomorrow I will explain that, but let me give you a quick touch of it. Let me run this one. Let's give it a moment. There it is. Okay, so this is called Jupyter Notebook. It is a web development environment of Python, guys. Okay, what do we do? Just say new Python. And let me come back here. Let me see. Where is Preeti? Okay, there's a quick introduction of our folks. And it's Corona dashboard. Let me see, where is my file? Full screen. Is it here? No. Find another one. There you go. Okay. So let's see what we have. Gentlemen, ladies, the first task that I'm going to be doing is come here, take a look at this. This is called a cell. I'm going to increase it a little bit. Is there any fees for this course? I think so, buddy. Shantaram, Nagbabu will, I'll give you the number of Nagbabu. Everybody can contact him if you're interested in paying. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so take a look at this. 1 plus 1, I'm sure you all know 1 plus 1 is 2. So what is it? This is for Python. So here is a title. I'll just call this as intro. Intro, where are we, guys? This is 13 July, right? Intro underscore 13th underscore July. I heard that I got a message that Russia found some medicine, some vaccine or something like that, guys. Hopefully that is true, and hopefully it will help the world in getting rid of corona and things like that. But let's wait and see, guys. You'll probably get that. And hopefully, because we are getting a lot of messages, they say somebody in India, Bharat Biotech, also found some vaccine. They're working on it, but no more information. So hopefully Russia has made some progress and things like that, guys. Okay. So let's see. Introduction, that's the title. 1 + 1 is 2. What is this? This is called a cell. A cell is like a program itself. What is this? This is called a notebook, guys. I don't mean to be too fast, but I'm just giving you a quick overview. On a daily basis, we'll be using these things, guys. So these things will become natural to you, and you don't have to by heart anything or anything, things like that. What I have done here is, after I entered 1 + 1, you can say go to cell, you can say run. When you say run, what is happening is, it's just summing it up and showing the output. Out is output, in is input, as simple as that, guys. So in the cell, we give input and the output comes. A shortcut is, one more time, let's say 1 multiplied by 3, you get 3. What I'm doing is, I'm doing a shift enter. Shift enter is a shortcut. When you do a shift enter, it executes this, it shows the output there. So what is the objective here? These are some basic operations. Let's come back here. Let's do division again. 3 divided by 2, 1.5. And what is this? There's subtraction, let's say 4 minus 2. That's a subtraction. These are some basic calculator like operations. In other words, we can use Python like a calculator, short and sweet. That's what is the meaning of that, guys. Okay, take a look at this one. 2. Now take a look at this, guys. We're getting 8. What do you think is star star representing, guys? Can anyone of you tell me or take a guess? It is to the power of. Okay, if you want to raise it to the power, then that is star star. And let's see, there seems to be a message here. Shiva, commerce student, yeah. Can you be an expert? Well, I will teach you cricket. Whether you'll be a Sachin Tendulkar is up to you, buddy. But I will teach you batting, bowling, wicket keeping, and fielding. If a team needs how to build a pitch or a stadium, also I'll help you, Shiva. Whether you'll be a Sachin Tendulkar or not will be in your hands. Okay, buddy. Cool. So the more the practice, short answer is yes, Shiva. You can definitely. That's why we're going to be learning from basics. What I will expect you, if you really are practicing on a daily basis, whatever I'm giving, that is going to be more than enough, guys. You're going to be into the world of programming. You don't have to be scared of programming. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Let's make a little progress. Come here. Let's see if you still recall this, guys. What is 2 star star 1 by 2? Go back to school, recall. What is that? It is power, more precisely, it is the square root. Right, guys? There you go. Square root of 2, 1.414, if you recall from school. And I think we'll also remember square root of 2 and square root of 3 is another one we used to by heart, isn't it, guys? What is square root of 3, guys? Anybody? Sorry about that. 1.732. There you go. So those are things which we by hearted in school and things like that. But let's see if you can catch this, guys. Let's see what's happening here. 1 + 2 is 3. 3 times 1000 is 1000 plus 1 is 3001. Let's see what we get. Why are we getting 2002? Back to school. Any of you recall? Board mass. Good one there. Huh? So in other words, remember brackets, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So first, the multiplication is happening. 2, that becomes 2000. Then you add a +1 and a +1, that is 2002. Board mass is your mantra. Cool. Let's see if you can catch this. Catch it. What's the mantra? Board mass. Same, simple answer. Cool, guys? Huh? So now come back here. So that's a proof that, hey, calculator, it can work like calculator. I don't know if a calculator will allow us to put the brackets like that, maybe a scientific calculator. But there comes 100. What is 100? 100 is numeric data. Okay, let's see. Say type of 100. What is type? Type is called a built-in function. Okay, what is it? It's an integer. Integer means numeric data. We'll try to understand a little bit more, guys. Now come here, 1.2, that is a decimal. Integer is non-decimal. So scroll up here, 100 is a non-decimal, but let's say 1.2, that's a decimal. Now you say type of 1.2, that'll give you a decimal, that is a float. That's called a float, guys. So in other words, that's a decimal value. And let's say now, come here. Now, gentlemen, ladies, LKG chapter 1 is done. I'm going to take you to LKG chapter 2. And what is that? Let's see if we can spend a little bit time here. Come back here. Let's get the tool ready. And back here. Now here comes A equals to 2. Here's A. And you say A. So again, remember, a couple of things maybe which might be getting which might look a little difficult for you today is what I'm doing is when I type something here, instead of doing a cell and a run, I'm taking a shortcut. I'm more of a keyboard person. I'm doing a shift enter. When you do a shift enter, what's happening is an object is getting created. What does that mean? Imagine or visualize something like this is happening in the computer or your laptop. Cool. So imagine that's your laptop. Imagine the laptop has some RAM. And now imagine we created a cup. We're putting a value of 2 inside it. We're giving a name called A. At a simplistic level, in a friendly way, visualize a cup got created. A cup is like an object. A cup is a friendly mantra, an object is a technical mantra. Okay. And now when you type A, you're asking Python, hey, what did you put in that cup? And it says, hey, I see a 2 inside it. So in other words, we say it is printing whatever is inside that cup or whatever is inside that object. That is what is happening, guys. Okay. How to open Pythons in Windows 7 of 32-bit. Okay. You can download Python for 32-bit version, Darshan. But what we are using here is Anaconda. You can download the Anaconda 32-bit version also. That's what I'll explain tomorrow, buddy. Anaconda is also available. Yeah, true. Thank you, Sanjay. It is available. Okay, for a moment, imagine you created a cup and we put some value. Is what is. Now you say, hey, what is this? What is inside? What is the type? And now it says it's int. Int means, imagine Python is kind of tracking it as it's a non-decimal value, is what it means, guys. Okay. Then, okay, so okay, let's see. I have a few minutes here. Let me make a little bit more progress. Now take a look at this, guys. Mera Bharat Mahan. Take a look at this. Okay, what is this? This is textual data. When you say 1, 2, 3, that is numeric data. This is textual data, as simple as that. How do you create textual data? Notice you put a single quote. It's called a string. In a programming world, we'll call that as a string. Here also we'll call that as a string. Google Colab, yes, we'll see that. More Mohammed ways. We'll come to Colab in the coming up days. Now take a look at this one more time. Mera Bharat Mahan. But the thing is, this time I've given in double quotes. Okay. And what is it? Well, it's again outputting it. What is this? This is textual data. So in other words, you come here, back in your laptop, visualize something like this is going on. Here is, we created a cup. We're putting Mera, Bharat, Mahan. And what did we do? We did not give a name. We created a cup, we put some content. What is this? This is textual data. But we did not give a name, as simple as that. We say the cup does not have a name. The technical way of saying it is the object does not have a name. And what can we do? We can create this cup using a single quote or a double quote. If it is numeric data, you don't need to give a single quote or a double quote, guys. That is what is difference. And now take a look at this. Here is comment. What do you do? Well, if you say comment, Python is not giving you any output. What does it mean? When you put a hash, you're telling Python this is not Python code. This is just an English comment. In other words, behind the scenes, whenever Python sees a code and you ask it to run it, it's compiling into bytecode. Bytecode is getting converted into machine understandable code. We don't need to worry about all that stuff. But if you put hash, you're telling Python, hey, this is not the code. This is just English comments. We are just writing it so that somebody can understand it, guys. Okay. So now take a look at this. Here is Mera Bharat Mahan one more time. But notice an error. What is the problem? The problem is you cannot create textual data without giving a single quote or a double quote. What is it? In other words, Python is forcing you. Now the same thing, take a look at this. Here is, wrap it up and run it. Notice it doesn't give you. Again, it doesn't give you an error. So in other words, when you just say, When you do not give the single quotes, it is giving you an error. In other words, it's forcing you and saying, hey, something is wrong here, is what it is, guys. Okay. That is the story of the textual data. And okay, gentlemen, ladies, that is going to be chapter 2 of our journey. So on a daily basis, guys, we'll be doing these exercises. When you go home, if you can spare a little bit of time and try to practice these things, I will be sharing the content and everything. So let me come back here. There is Google. Ritu, okay. So you just need to give a single quote or a double quote, Ritu. If you want to create a text object, you give a single quote or a double quote, as simple as that. These are called coffee cups. What is a coffee cup? I'll save it for tomorrow. When you take a look at numeric data, that is called the teacups. Okay, so when you create a coffee cup, it is forcing you to create using a single quote or a double quote. You can use normal Python. There's no problem. I'll cover that tomorrow. You can just buy the engine of a car, Santosh, and then assemble the engine car together, or you can get the complete packaged car. What we are using here is a complete packaged car. That is Anaconda. Okay, buddy. Oh, yeah, 1 second. Let's say come back here. Okay, there you go. This is the content that we'll be sharing. There is SQL, there is R, plus Python. If time permits, I'll touch a little bit of Tableau, but I think I'm going to be adding SAS and SPSS, which will probably take up the time. And there is Spark. These are the main things: computer vision, natural language processing, all this. This is the material that I will be sharing once you complete your formalities and things like that, guys. That is the plan. Okay. The syllabus I will ask our folks to send it to you, as they are making some minor modifications. And let me share you the contact number of Nagbabu. His name is Nagbabu, guys. And give me one moment here. Okay, let's see. Here is 95533, 95533, 77893. Cool. That is his contact number, guys. Oh, sorry, I sent it to Haima. I think I need to send it to everyone. One more time, I'll copy this one. Copy this one. Paste it here. Let's run it. There you go, guys. And the guy's name is Nagbabu. Please try to contact him for the recordings and everything and so on, guys. Okay, yes, I will cover the object-oriented programming concepts also, Santosh. And are we going to discuss Hadoop? I'll focus more on Spark. I'll introduce you Hadoop and focus more on Spark, PySpark, not Scala, Ramya. We used to have Scala, but a lot more people, a lot more companies have stressed on using SPSS and SAS. I'll give you a pretty decent introduction, Sanjay. And what else is there? Which part you cover? Introduction and cover all. Yeah, that is what Nagbabu will be sharing you guys. Please contact his number, send him a message and things like that. Files, all these files will be here. All the code and everything is here. Who's that? Rajesh. This is what will be shared by the support team, guys, not by me. So just bear that in mind. And let's see more questions. Which version of Python are you using? I'm using 3.7, the latest one, Ritu, and I'll show you tomorrow. Are you going to share? Yes, we are going to share the recordings. That's what the Nagbabu's job is. Cool. Okay, so let's see, gentlemen, ladies, framework can we learn with Python for better future? Learn everything that I'm saying. That is more than enough, Santosh. If you want to be in the world of data analytics and data science and things like that, And some people who are coming from different, SQL is necessary. SQL is, yeah, it is necessary. It will be helpful. It is not necessary, but it will be very helpful, Sanjay. When you go into the world of big data, also SQL comes to your rescue in Spark and things like that. Tableau only if time permits, Vicky, because I'm adding a lot of other content, and I have, I have limited time. I'm reducing a little bit of Tableau because I will be covering visualizations in R and Python. Okay, Vicky. Cool. SQL also, I'll be covering this in the coming up days. Big data, I think there will be one other. The introductory part of it will be taken by another faculty because of time constraints, guys. Okay, just keeping you in the loop. The HTML basics also I will be covering, and also another person will be covering the basics. So the first 3 months it will be during weekdays, including Saturdays. The last 1 month it will be during weekends. Just plan accordingly and be prepared, guys. Matplotlib is just one component of it. It's like an accelerator in the car. And to drive a car, what I will be teaching is I'll be teaching how to drive the car, Nikhil. Yes, Matplotlib is part of it. Statistics. Statistics are the mathematical concepts. Hypothesis testing, ANOVA, chi-square tests. These are the ones that we'll be going over. We'll go into slightly complex, advanced things which will be enough for you to work in a real world. And who's that? Ankur. Yeah. Spark, probably Hadoop and Spark. The introduction will be taken by another person. Slightly advanced stuff, I'll try to take them up from here. Probably big data will be taking up during weekends. Okay, just one more time. The first 3 months, it will be during weekdays, including Saturday. The last 1 month, it will be only during weekends, guys. It used to be a 3-month course. We extended it to 4 months because of some additional content and things like that. Can you please send number again? Oh, the number. Here we go. Try this, guys. 95533. I think 893. Oh, sorry. Again, it goes to Ritu, but I have to send it to everyone. Okay, to everyone. Hope you got that. 4 months approximately. True. Little bit here, little bit there. Be prepared. It'll probably be. And after the course, do we need to learn how to? No, unless you really want to go into the world of big data. If you want to be into the world of data science, that what I teach will be more than enough. Ramya. TensorFlow is also covered. Pankaj. That is the deep learning part of it. Send us to change everything in chat window. Looks like send us. Oh, okay. I'll try to ask them to change that, Navin. How many experience we can put? That depends on your experience and things like that. But if you're a fresher and things like that, some people put 1.5 to 2 years. But more importantly, the concepts that we learn, you can use them in your own data if you're already working, and you can try to add that on top of your experience. OpenCV will be covered. OpenCV, natural language processing. These are very, very important concepts. They are part of the machine learning and the deep learning. Python is the most important darshan. After that, R is more important in the world of in data science. Then come the SAS and the SPSS. They are used by very few people, commercial organizations. Cool. Gentlemen, ladies, for today, I will stop it here. As I said, we will send the syllabus. Yes, we will send it. And so just in case you don't get it, please try to contact Nagbabu, guys. Ramya, again, we will send all those details to you. Cool. So for today, allow me to sign off, guys. You guys take care. We'll meet tomorrow again by 8, and we'll try to continue our journey on a daily basis and see if you can stay tuned. And definitely, it's a good one to take. So try to invest a little bit of time, effort, and money, budget, if it permits, and it will be worth it, guys. It will be very, very useful for you. I stressed a lot during the demo and workshop how important it is, how it will be useful. So AI. This is data science and AI combined, Preeti. That is true. Actually, they split the syllabus into two. I don't know why they did that. I'm still, I still need to take care of that because it was a weekend yesterday. I could not reach them, but today I've asked them to take care of that. Okay, and we will send that to you. Yes, that will be sent to you now. Oh, nice. Thank you, Ritu. Stay all of you stay safe. Don't eat out. Don't go out. Stay safe. Stay home and try to get your things done. And keep learning, guys. Okay, that will add a lot of value. So again, here is the contact of Nag Babu Navin. Get in touch with him. Thank you, guys. You guys take care. Signing off for today. Thank you and bye for now. Alok, thank you, buddy. Take care. Bye now.